You're listening to the Extra Magic Hour, brought to you by Walt's Apartment Productions. Join the team in the studio as they bring you the spirit of Disney, Universal, and theme parks beyond through park news, history, and tips and tricks to make your next theme park vacation even more magical.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Extra Magic Hour. This is your park-centric show for everything Walt's Apartment Productions. I am one of your hosts, Joey, and of course I'm joined by my awesome co-host and girlfriend, Courtney. What's going on?
I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were gone for, well, 2 episodes, but we took a break for 1 episode, so but you're back. You'll be giving a trip report on the fantasy, and we have another trip report too from something we did, but we got a few topics that we're going to get to that kind of go all over Disney parks and Universal and some fun stuff too. So, and even up in Oregon, not so fun on that one, but we'll get to that shortly. Just want to remind you guys that we are brought to you by 3 awesome sponsors: Sunken City Designs, We're in the Park, Scavenger Hunt Games, and Getaway Today. So we're going to kind of blast through these topics because I figure most of the show will be from the trip reports that we did, and a lot going on there. I do want to start off with some sad news that we found out a few days ago, actually like about a week ago, but let me share it here. The creator, Roger Tofty, he's the creator of Enchanted Forest. That's the little theme park, a very small, quaint theme park in Oregon, about sorry, Oregonians, if I get this wrong, but about maybe 40 miles south of Salem, which is the capital of Oregon. It's like mid-state. It was close enough where Kevin and Amanda last year during Rogue Comic-Con were able to drive up from Medford and do a little quality control, and they actually have their game pack sold there, I believe. But
yes,
yeah, so
it is the only theme park where they sell it like in the park. So
yeah, and this is something you can see right off I-5. Like, it's, if you've seen the movie Crybaby, think of that little enchanted kind of mini park in there. That like
no
little
way.
Kind of, yeah. There's one time where I thought it was. You can see it right off I-5. It's like I said, it's right off the hill. It's a really cool little thing. I've never been there. My niece Tori, I think, went there when she was in elementary school or something. But just thought I'd give the man his flowers, and he will definitely be missed. There's not a whole lot to do in Oregon if you're not like a snowboarder or a hiker or camper or stuff. So the fact that they had this little quaint theme park, entertainment park, I'll call it, was very nice. So you will be missed, sir. But thank you for all the years of joy and happiness you helped provide.
Yeah.
So, and kind of sticking back to the sad news. Well, we last week, me and Sean talked about, well,
this time it's not sad.
I know, but last week me and Sean mentioned Disneyland doing a very cool honoring Frank the porch potato, and that's cool how they did that for somebody that was paying customer, and so that was very cool. And something that you brought up just happened very similar in Celebration. So what did they do over there?
Yeah, so if you remember, we mentioned a couple of weeks ago, and you guys probably brought it up last week too. The YouTuber Adam the Woo passed away unexpectedly right around Christmas time, and he happened to live in Celebration, Florida. And I found an article that said that his friends got together. I believe it's his friends, but Celebration put a memorial bench in the park area of it. So it's in the Celebration Town Center. It's this bench, and it says, Adam the Woo, join me, shall you? Because he always asked you to join him when he walked around places and theme parks, and also when he would get like a hot beverage or something like that. So his friend Kevin Heimbach shared a video showing how he and several of Adam's close friends received permission to place a memorial plaque on a bench in Celebration, a town Adam once called home. So yeah, he said it was simple, personal, and incredibly fitting. And with the Starbucks nearby for a piping hot caffeinated beverage, it feels exactly like something Adam would have appreciated. He documented the entire process and the story behind it on his channel, and it's definitely worth a watch. So follow at Kevin.Heimbach on Instagram. That's HEIMBACH, Kevin.Heimbach on Instagram, because that's who got the plaque installed. So,
well, that's cool. And also, after this show comes out, check out our absolutely free Discord, and maybe one of us will kind of throw that in the lounge area where everybody get into. And it kind of sticking on topic too. I just saw before recording that his very good friend and fellow YouTuber Justin Scard kind of gave an update, because last week we mentioned that there's the celebration of life for Adam in Garden Grove ticketed event, which sold out nearly instantly. So they were trying, is from what Justin was saying, that I kind of got the feeling that they're trying to see if they'd be able to squeeze a few more tickets, but with the size of the venue, there's no way. But you know, this was a highly demanded for celebration of life, as you know, Adam touched so many people, but it will be live streamed. I believe. I don't think in this where he was talking, but I thought I heard that on Adam's page, I think his family got access where they're actually able to live stream from Adam's page, and Justin, of course, his page most likely too, but Random Land. So, but I mean, just the outpouring of love and support he's gotten. I mean, yeah, I could imagine this. We mentioned the event, but it probably sold out. But by the time it came out, so
yeah.
a lot of cool stuff and happening to pay tribute to Adam. So
yes,
very cool. But on to happier things. This Sunday, February 22nd, as of recording, a very fun event returns to Disney California Adventure, and that is Duck Day at the park.
We love Duck Day.
So this is the day. This is from the actual Visit Anaheim page. But this is where you'll see players, interactive moments, exclusive merch, themed food.
A cavalcade.
You can bring your. I don't think they're doing the cavalcade this year. I believe they might be doing something at the Roll to Color area. So I saw that on another creator's page. So, but this is some videos from last year's event, and it was cool because, of course, it being Anaheim, there's tons of Duck fans, but it almost was a celebration of hockey in general, because they did have banners of all the teams in the NHL, which was very cool. And there's even fans wearing their favorite teams, either jersey or hats, sweatshirts. I mean, there's East Coast team. I saw a couple Rangers from New York, Canucks, Sharks. But very cool. And Kings, of course. Yeah. Sorry.
That's our video.
So this is our video from last year's event on Elements of Fun, White Tea. So we had a great day with our good friends, Richard and Sarah, and Julie and James. My buddy Adam and his son Lucas showed up. So, and who of us, I'm not missing anybody, I don't think. And there's Courtney putting on lipstick. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can check that out. But it was a great time. I'm glad they do this. I wish they would do this with the Angels too. That'd be pretty
I
cool to have like a
know.
baseball day.
Yeah.
But
But it is a Sunday. Unfortunately, Joey doesn't get to go this year, but me, Kelly, and Sarah, and Richard, and Julie, and James are all going to be there. So we'll have some documentation of it.
nice. And what's your favorite part of Ducks Day?
The games, getting to take a picture with Wild Wing, just like I actually really enjoyed the cavalcade, so I'm kind of sad that that's not happening. But like the little player area was really cool. I liked all the different things you could do.
Yeah, and I mean you heard the music, but that wasn't from the DJ. That was what I put in it. But the DJ, they're spinning music all day.
Yeah, and they're
This is the
giving away
area.
stuff too. So like
Yeah,
you
autographed
can buy merch, but
jerseys.
they're also giving stuff away. So
Yeah, so I believe this year when you check in around Hollywoodland, where you enter, they're actually giving. I don't know if they did this before, but they're giving away, or not giving away, but handing out bracelets if you want to meet the
oh
players. Because I guess it's such obviously you're meeting the the local team's players, so that's one of the
yeah.
big things. So if you want to meet the players, definitely hit there first. Um,
Yeah. And then
I would
also
say.
there is a magic key giveaway as well for magic key holders. And this year it is a koozie, a Duck's Day koozie. In the
Similar to
past it's
this,
been what?
but it's a Giants.
Yeah,
It's a similar to this,
exactly.
but this is the Giants.
Yes, but it'll say Anaheim Ducks. Um, so yeah, in the past there's been like rally towels, there's been magic uh uh changing colored cups, color changing cups. So yeah,
Yeah, that's what we
so,
got last year. That was really cool.
and then this year
And
it'll be a koozie.
they had duck themed beer from Brewery X. That's one of the
hmm
local Anaheim breweries that does a lot of. They have different kinds of beers exclusively for the Ducks. But this one
Well,
was, I
they
think,
also
just
have.
duck. Good.
Oh, I was just gonna say like Brewery X is in the Honda Center, so they specifically sell Brewery X beer there.
Yeah. And so they had it there. Then they had the I forget what it was called. The frozen. That was like the screwdriver, basically, but the frozen
Oh,
screwdriver.
I forgot what it was called too. It was duck something, but yeah, it was basically a slushy screwdriver.
Yeah, so it's a great day. I think a lot of fun, um, high energy, of course, because of hockey and stuff. Especially right now, I believe Sunday, it just got announced, but it'll be the Sunday will be the gold medal game for the men's hockey, who we don't know
Oh,
who's going
okay.
to be, but we're hoping for a rematch of USA and Canada from last year's Four Nations tournament, which was super awesome and fun. I'm trying to find a
Nice.
picture of the koozie, but it's okay. Got a lot of stuff piled up here, but I hope you guys have fun and definitely check out our Discord and probably Skywalking Through Neverland and Neverland Clubhouse and Elements of
And
Fun.
National Kiss a Wookiee Day.
Yeah, on Instagram for some nice footage. Here it is right here for our YouTube viewers. This is the Magic Key giveaway. And you'll want to get this early too. We walked in and got our cups. And they were sold out, I think, by
2 p.m.
late morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, way
like
before
people are
2
like,
p.m.
oh,
So yeah.
yeah. And the store, I mean, we got to the park at open and like merchandise, like shirts and stuff, my size were sold out before 10 o'clock. We got there, what, 9:30? Give or
Yeah.
take? 9:30,
I'll have to
and they're already
convince.
sold out.
Yeah, I'll have to convince the peoples to get there early.
Wake your ass up.
Yep. Well, luckily we're staying at Julie's the night before, so we'll be closer.
That's good. But that should be a fun time. But yeah, and let us know if you guys are going. We before we move on to, I know we're going to kind of be going all over the place here. Oh, we're going to stay at Disneyland right now. I didn't have this link up, but something, I can bring it up right now if you need, but something really near and dear to our heart just pissed Courtney off. What is Disney getting rid of right now?
I don't know. For some reason today they took the Golden Horseshoe off of mobile order. I was like, that was my favorite thing. I love to mobile order from Golden Horseshoe. It's like the easiest thing to do because nobody else does it. That's probably why they took it off. But yeah, I was like, oh hell no.
Because that line gets long as hell when you're in there, and people are looking at you as you just like mosey on through and grab your tray. And so
I mean, it's like the simplest thing for them too, because they just leave it at the tray station right next to them. They don't even have to do anything.
Yeah, and it's crazy though, because like they just do this. They did this with a mobile checkout. And we talked about that last week for Emporium and Elias and Company. But so according to Theme Park IQ, today they actually removed it. Like, hello, happy Friday, no more mobile ordering. Disney removed mobile order from the Golden Horseshoe. It's unclear if this is a temporary or permanent change to this location. So
it better not be permanent.
Oh, I know.
Just saying.
Yeah, that would suck. And another impromptu something. I don't need to bring the link up for this, but starting March 2nd, a Trader Sam's will be closed due to a refurbishment. Oh, no date on when it's going to be reopened, but you can still go to Tangaroa Terrace. They got a great bar there. The food is awesome, so they're probably updating some of the effects and decorations a little bit. And, they got to clean out the lines and maybe upgrade the bar a little bit. So nothing wrong with that. People are surprised that I told them I really haven't been inside Trader Sam's proper in a long time, because I just enjoy when we're there being outside in Tangaroa Terrace. And stuff. So, but any updates are good updates, I think. But before, I think that's it for Disney, but
there's I'll look more around. For Disney.
Okay, well, we'll go Disney. Back there. We'll get there. So, but I'm going to play our first ad. Okay. Just to get these out of the way, then we'll get back over there. So, let's see who we get.
Sunken City Designs brings you art. Do you like art? I know I do. How about art based on Disney characters, like Mickey Mouse and the Oyster Thief? You know, that's actually from Alice in Wonderland, the best princess movie ever made. Also, we have some dwarfs that have their heads ripped off sometimes. Why? I don't know. It's because it's Sunken City Design. So go there, sunkencitydesign.com. Get yourself some great merchandise. You got posters and, I believe, clothes. Who knows? I got a cup from there, and it's fantastic. You like cups? Do you ever use those? I do. Go for it. Oh yeah, sweatshirts. Can't forget about those. If you're ever cold, get yourself a sweatshirt from sunkencitydesign.com. Also, Wall-E. You know, that's the best movie ever made. Second only to Alice in Wonderland. All right. If you obviously like Walt's apartment, they have merch for that too. Where? sunkencitydesign.com. Hopefully you've already loaded up that site and you're looking at it and you have some items in your cart. Go ahead and check out as soon as you can, because the show's about to come back on. All right, everybody. We appreciate you.
Yes, we love and appreciate Louis. If you missed the live, he made a impromptu visit with ears. It was a lot of fun. Check that out on YouTube. And also check out Sunken City Designs. Oh, yeah. A great art and all that good stuff. So we got two more Disney stories, but one Disneyland story. And then we'll move over to Florida. But we get a new tour coming up. So what's this going
on? A little bit of a rumor because Disney hasn't really come out with it yet. But, well, not really, because this person spoke with the cast member. And so they are going to be doing a new Women Who Make the Magic guided tour. That's going to be launching March 6th and running through mid-May or maybe even later. It's a new 90-minute guided tour that will share stories of women who shaped Disneyland into what we know and love today, from Walt Disney's mom to current Disney female legends. What's kind of included is a ride on Storybook Land canal boats, a sweet treat along the way. You get a lightning lane. You get a reserved viewing for Wondrous Journeys. In the castle area, viewing likely behind the partner statue. And it is going to be $110 per person for ages 3 and up. If you're a Disney Visa card holder, there is a discount of $93.50. Plus, you'll get a special photo op with a piece of Disney history. But details are under wraps, but Disney should be revealing it soon. So this account, California Disney Bliss, I don't follow them. It just showed up. Got super secret info and shared it with us all. I love this. I really want to take this tour if it actually comes to fruition. I mean, apparently they have Inquirer here stuff there, so it looks like it's going to be coming soon. But Disney hasn't really said much about it yet. So
yeah, and that special photo up on the post is labeled under top secret bonus, which is something very cool, because when we did the Halloween one, obviously we know when Disneyland switches to Halloween season, that's when we get The Nightmare Before Christmas. So they take out the hitchhiking ghost, and so part of that tour was taking pictures with two of the actual was it Ezra and Phineas, or
yeah,
sometimes no, Phineas and
Ezra.
I think it was Ezra. Yeah, I can't remember,
Gus.
but two of the three of the Gus.
Yeah,
Gus and Phineas. Yeah, so that was really cool.
Not Ezra. Ezra's the tall skeleton.
Yeah, so and they were all black lit and stuff, so that was very cool. So I'm really curious what it is. And this is great. And coming off the heels of Handcrafted.
I think last year it was the Hag from Snow White. So
okay, but like I said, coming off the hot heels of Disneyland Handcrafted, this is a great tour. Because we did the 70th one last year, and that was really cool. So it's cool that they're keeping, I guess, with the theme of building Disneyland, but with the women, I think it's very cool. So,
well, with March being Women's History Month, it makes sense, and a fabulous way to honor the women who took part in making Disneyland happen.
Yeah, because we did the photo op by the Alice Wonderland that honored Mary Blair. So we were able to, have a special Magic Key Mary Blair prop, and I forgot what they had at DCA, but we didn't see that one. But
yeah, we never found that one. They only had the one at Alice.
Yeah, but all right. So moving on to Walt Disney World, Epcot got a little bit of update on something, I guess, new coming to the Flower and Garden Festival.
Yeah, so they're going to be making use of the Communicore space. Right now for Festival of the Arts, it has the whole Broadway display in it. We actually got to go in it and see it when we were just in Florida last week. Me and Kelly did. So now they're going to have a new nighttime experience. It's a nighttime glow up is coming to the Flower and Garden Festival. Communicore Hall at Epcot will transform into spikes larger than life garden that shifts from sunny daytime blooms to glowing fireflies and moonlit flowers after dark. So you'll be able to see different displays of how flowers and gardens look at nighttime.
Well, that's cool. I love Spike too, so I like seeing these festivals that kind of highlight kind of the secondary and third tier characters kind of similar to like Humphrey showing up at DCA.
Yeah.
You kind of get these fan favorites from these old cartoons and stuff. So, although I think
Yeah.
the only festival I've been to at Epcot, I don't think.
It used to be the only one we ever did go to because we were there for it for like 3 times. But
Yeah. I still think the Festival of the Arts should be longer.
I do too.
And but that's just me. And so next one, not really Disneyland or Disney World, but for the world of pin trading, there's a new app that came out. That actually it just came out February. And do you know if this is official Disney or is this like a fan app? Or I'll let you read that thing. So
it doesn't say if it just says it was specifically for Disney pin trading. And it's in the App Store. And it lets you scan the pins to identify names, details, and estimated values while keeping your entire collection organized in one place. It doesn't say, well, no, I mean, it doesn't say that it is.
It would say Disney.
Like, yeah, no. And it's by this Instagram handle Dream Table app. So I assume it's their app.
Yeah, this would have been something smart for Disney to reveal, being that today or this year or last year was a 25-year anniversary of pin trading.
Yeah.
So according to the Dream Table app on their post, this launched on February 17th, and this is the first ever app built specifically for Disney pin trading, allowing you to scan pins instantly, view the name, details. You said that part already.
Yes.
Plus the organizer, a catalog, and all that good stuff. But it's available on the Apple or the App Store, and will be available for an Android version soon on the Google Play Store. So check that out. Let us know what you think.
Tori and Bethany would like to try it out.
Oh yeah, they might overheat their phone.
Right.
So, but we got some small minor Universal updates. But before we get to that, let's hear from one of our friends one more time.
It's been a great show so far, but who's ready for an ad break? Did you know that the best way to keep our shows going is by supporting our sponsors? So let's get to know more about the travel experts at Getaway Today. They've been helping to make vacation dreams come true since 1990. And whether you want to visit the happiest place on earth or to travel to Orlando for a most epic adventure, they are there to help. Are you trying to find out which hotel is your best option or which theme park tickets will work best for your visit? Are you concerned that you might need a last-minute change? No worries. Their travel experts will help you out. Looking to book a cruise but don't know where to start? Hey, they can help with that too. They will find the perfect cruise for your vacation, whether it's your first time or you're a well-seasoned cruiser. When you book your cruise with one of the Getaway Today experts, you will have a dedicated agent to help you every step of the way. They take care of the details so you can have the most fun. Getaway Today offers peace of mind travel, allowing you to cancel or make changes up to 72 hours before your trip. You will always have the most up-to-date vacation information, both pre-arrival and upon welcome. Getaway Today guarantees the best prices, with no hidden fees, and every time you book through Getaway Today, they will donate a portion back to a charitable organization in your area. And so far, over $4.5 million have been donated. So go ahead and dial 1-855-GETAWAY, that's 1-855-438-2929, and be sure to tell them that Walt's Apartment sent you. Or just click the link in our show notes for more information and the best deals to start your Disney, Universal Studios, or cruise vacation planning. What I'm trying to say is, if you like to travel, check out Getaway Today. All right, so now it's time to get back to enjoying that view from Walt's apartment. Let's get back to the show.
Yes, check out Getaway. We love them. Kim and the team is awesome, and they make you feel like family. We did have one just small little Universal thing, but we decided to cut it. But it's basically we've been updating you guys anytime they announce anything for Universal Fan Fest, and so this week they did the Water Deep, the D&D
the
one,
Water Deep.
and it's
it's the Dungeons and
yeah.
Dragons.
Yeah, which is super cool, but there's nothing to add because it's the exact same one as last year because it's backed by popular demand. So that's why we didn't share it, even though it's awesome. So if you're going, definitely check it out. You'll have a hell of a time. But big news at Universal Studios Orlando,
Yes.
officially a week-long resort.
Yeah.
So what did they break out?
They're officially rolling out new 6-day and 7-day tickets for a limited time, and you can grab them for the price of a 5-day ticket. So with the addition of Epic Universe, there's so much to see that you're going to need a full week, which kind of true. You do need 2 days at Epic, and then there's like Volcano Bay and Islands of Adventure and Universal Orlando. And we spent 2 days at both of those parks before, so you definitely can make a week out of it now. So there's so much to see that these new tickets give you park-to-park access to all 4 amazing parks. The deal is 6 or 7 days of park access for the price of 5. Bonus, get a $300 dining credit when you stay 5 nights at Stella Nova, Terra Luna, Cabana Bay, or Aventura Hotel. And whether you're racing through the Kronos Grand Gallery at Epic Universe or relaxing at Volcano Bay, you now have all the time you need to see it all. Aventura is a very nice hotel. We stayed there the last time when we went on the Wish, and we did 4 days at Universal. I really like that hotel. They also have like a make your own noodle bowl restaurant in their lobby, so that's really cool. And they also have the they have a robot that brings you towels and whatever you need, so it's kind of cool. Mm-hmm.
Man, robots are just taking all the jobs. So
I know, right?
So you think this will eventually become permanent, or you think they're just testing out the waters?
I think they're testing it out for now to make it a full week destination like Disney. But I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't keep it. I don't know if it'll be
like you said,
I don't know if it'll always be for at the 5-day price, but I know that they'll probably keep it. They may raise the price though.
So we being that, I mean, I've only been to Epic, so we know that's a 2-day park easy. Are the other parks 2-day parks? Or
I would say Islands of Adventure could be a 2-day park. But Universal Florida itself is probably a 1-day park, but the only way you could ride the Hogwarts Express is if you have a park-to-park ticket, because it connects Islands of Adventure and Universal Florida. So this would help with that.
Yeah, so especially if you're a Harry Potter Wizarding World fan, you're going to want to do that because why not?
Mm-hmm. Like that's the reason why we got park-to-park tickets. Otherwise, we wouldn't park up, but we wanted to be able to ride the Hogwarts Express, so we got park-to-park park hopper tickets.
Nice. Well, that's cool. So I'm sure this is something that they will add. Keep to like you said, maybe that 5-day price might be like alternating, it's not going to happen in the summer for sure.
Like they will have it, and then like maybe it'll go up in price, and then they'll have that 5-day special, again. But
yeah, alrighty. And sticking at Universal Orlando and the City Walk, they're getting a brand new restaurant.
Yeah, I found this kind of interesting. It's new from Luke Combs. He's bringing his Category 10 bar to Universal or to City Walk Orlando. So country music star Luke Combs and Opry Entertainment, so the Grand Ole Opry, have officially announced the expansion of the Category 10 brand to Universal Orlando Resort. The 3-story, 33,000 square foot entertainment venue is scheduled to open at City Walk in late of 2027. The project is the result of a continued partnership between Combs and OEG, the same team behind Blake Shelton's Ole Red brand. The Orlando location makes the third for the Category 10 franchise, following the flagship Nashville site and the upcoming Las Vegas venue opening later this year. Construction is slated to begin this summer, and once complete, the venue will feature multiple levels of live music, Southern-inspired dining, and fan-first experiences curated by the 11-time CMA award winner. So it sounds like Luke Combs is going to have a lot to do with it.
That's cool. It's funny because it's like in the 90s, a lot of these, what's the word? Not novelty, but like it was the popularity of like Hard Rock Cafe and Planet Hollywood. You started getting like Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, and then you'd get like in the 2000s, you got like Toby Keith's I Love This Bar.
And I love that place though.
Yeah, and so I know the Vegas one closed down when we were there.
Yeah, but it sounds like
nice
that they're opening one of these there
back.
too. So yeah.
So it looks like because between Blake Shelton, Luke Combs, and I believe
I think
oh
Luke
my God,
Bryan
Lainey Wilson has one.
Lainey Wilson. Okay.
But I don't know. Like I know they're like in Nashville and like Tennessee, but not. So the fact that this is at a Universal is pretty cool. I would hope we'd get something. It'd be cool if they did something like that since they've been remodeling the one in Hollywood, but I don't know where they would put it. And if they got a different artist too, that's in the same family.
Yeah, they used to have like a dueling piano like bar up there, and they used to have a comedy club. So like it is possible, but it's not like 30,000 square feet. So I don't know.
Yeah, 3 stories. So. But no, that's pretty cool. That's pretty exciting. So, but that's it for some of our topics. Everything's a little minor this week. It's kind of slow season. A lot of refurbishments happening and stuff. So, I think half of Star Wars nights are sold out May the 4th, and another date sold out today. So, but yeah, we got a trip report. We got a couple of trip reports that we'll go through. But before that, let's hear from our last friend.
Hey fam, what are you doing?
Well, we are doing Where in the Park.
Do you guys know Where in the Park? Because we do.
We do.
So how you play this is that they give you a deck of cards with an image on it, and you get to look around and see where in the park that is.
And they're fun. So if you like to find stuff, this is what you need to do.
The amazing game, Where in the Park, right here.
If you're a seasoned Disney park goers as we are, it's a fun, challenge even for the hardcore Disney parks fan.
We have played the Where in the Park games that we felt like, we got
still a challenge.
Oh no, yeah, still a challenge, a fun challenge though, not an impossible challenge.
Check
they get really close to details, and you're like, I have never even seen that. I don't even know.
Where in the park have I seen that?
The great thing about these is that they're not in attractions and they're out in the open places. It's meant for families to play.
Besides people who've been there a lot, it's fun for people that are new to the parks as well, because you catch some of those details that you would probably miss when you're first going.
So there's images that you are finding on one side of the card, and then the other has the hint and the answer that you can reveal if you choose to.
Before it was just the hint and the answer, but now if you really want the land,
it'll tell you
they'll
where.
give you the land for an extra hint. You guys can take as long as you wish without the hint.
Yeah.
Without the hint, it's hard.
But that's what makes it fun.
But they do not just do Disney parks, obviously. What other parks do you guys actually cover?
Universal and not all that good stuff.
East Coast, West Coast, and they're continuing to expand even more after that.
Check them out, whereinthepark.com, if you need to get some game packs. They are so much fun.
We appreciate Where in the Park.
They're awesome.
We love
Kevin and Amanda.
Get you some Where in the Park today.
Hell yeah.
Use promo code Walt's APT Podcast to save 10% at whereinthepark.com.
Yes,
love
check
that
out
ad.
Where in the Park. Oh yeah, it's so awesome. So check them out. They got a lot of cool stuff going on right now. Check out the podcast out every Friday. They got some very fun episodes. I'm going to call them controversial because they're going to be hitting up World Showcase and Epcot in different series. And of course, the big controversy is, do you start in Mexico or Canada? So apparently I was wrong, but well.
Oh. Why? Did you say you start in Canada?
I've started in Canada the most. But we'll wait for their shows to come out. We'll discuss. But check them out. And brand new to their Instagram and website, the Knott's Berry Farm Boysenberry Food Guide is now available. And like we said, they do the best food guides, in our opinions, not just because they're friends, but they're so easy to navigate and they work hard on them and a lot of fun.
And their Flower and Garden Festival one is coming soon.
Yes.
Because that just dropped today.
Yeah. But before we get to some of the big trip reports, I'm going to do a minute one because part of that trip report is we went to Universal Studios Hollywood. Not too much to talk about there because it was fun. It was a lot of fun, but it's still kind of like just like a basic thing. But the cool thing is we're so close to Fast and the Furious Hollywood Drift. So here's the outside. The bathrooms and store were already open, which was kind of funny.
It's still an eyesore from Wizarding World, but it does look really cool right there. And they did make it look exactly like the garage, building,
Yeah, and this is still bonkers. This is the part of the roller coaster that goes over the escalator going down to the bottom of the lot. But one thing I didn't see in the concept are these what it looks like the scream or sound barriers for when it hits the high pitched screams. There's a couple of these throughout the tracks, but this roller coaster, I mean, seeing the way the full complete track now for the first time, it's windy, it's twisty. There's a couple of these screens. Yeah, it's going to be insane. But now opens in summertime. But cool to see up front. Still weird seeing a roller coaster at Universal Studios Hollywood. Growing up, all it was just shows in the studio tour. So
yeah, I mean, I was even surprised when they put the Flight of the Hippogriff in there because it was a little roller coaster, but they always said that they couldn't have anything much bigger than that because it's still a working backlot studio, so they still need to have to be able to control the sound that goes down there. And with this roller coaster being so big and going all over the side of the mountain, you can't really control the screens because it's closer than the flight. It's closer to the backlot than Flight of the Hippogriff. So I'm glad that they have a little bit of the sound barriers there, but I don't know how much it's going to help.
yeah. So, but it's going to be awesome. So, but trip report. Where did you want to? We'll start with the cruise. Why not? So.
Okay, so Kelly,
the first of multiple
Kelly
cruises
and
this year.
Yes, we're very fortunate that way. So me and Kelly just got back from a 5-night cruise on the Disney Fantasy. We went to Lookout Key and we went to Castaway Key. We've never been on the Fantasy before. It is a new class of ship for us. It is in the middle class of the ship. So you have the Wonder and the Magic being the smaller of the fleet. And they are the first and the older ships. And then you have the Dream and the Fantasy. And then you have the Wish class, which is the Wish, the Treasure, and the Destiny. Those are the big ships. I would say that they are shorter than the Fantasy. The Fantasy is very long this way. It's not tall. It only has about 12 to 13 decks. I mean, I think it has 14 decks, but they're long, elongated, so it's not as tall as the Wish. But but yeah, we just had a blast. We took lots of pictures. We got to meet lots of characters. It was a Pixar day at sea. So our first sea day was all Pixar'd out and even the entire cruise. So every night they had an inside out photo op that either had the characters joy and sadness in it, or one night it just had the core memory balls that you took pictures with. They had an elemental backdrop that you could do, and then also they had like a Frozen one. They had a Encanto backdrop and then they had their like standard Pirates Night backdrops. They had a Star Wars one, so where we could take pictures with the green lightsabers and also the dark saber that had a blue hue to it. I would say that the most recent Pixar characters that are on the ship is Remy the rat. I think he's after Up. I'm not sure where he falls on that because I'm not really.
They said joy and sadness were there. I thought.
Oh yeah. So the Inside Out characters are the most recent one then. Joy and Sadness, Remy, the Incredibles are on there, and they're actually real face characters on the ship. So they're not the characters in the except Joy and Sadness are the same that are in the park, but the Incredibles, they have Mr. Incredible, Mrs. Incredible, and Frozone. They also have Edna Mode. They're all real life people. They're not characters in a mask. They are. They have. Edna Mode does a special fashion show with guests. They dress up as their favorite Pixar characters and they put them into groups, and then they do a little fashion show on Pixar Day at Sea. Let's see here. They have a special menu in the dining room that night for Pixar Day at Sea. They have a deck show on the top deck with all of the Toy Story characters, Up characters. Remy's in there too, and Joy and Sadness. It's like a little dance party up on the deck. But yeah, we walked away with 2 more medals from trivia, and and like I said, we got to go to Lookout Key and Castaway Key.
So I know they're totally different, but I mean, I know you've been to Castaway Key a couple times, but what was the Lookout?
So
one like
the main difference between Lookout and Castaway is Castaway's more like laid back and more like water sports that you could do, like water excursions you could do. Whereas Lookout was more of like a beach party blast kind of thing where they really encourage you to go to, especially with all the kids, this play pavilion where you do limbo with Chip and Dale. They have island inspired games like Pluto has a ring toss game with pineapples. Goofy also has a game in there. So like it's more of like, hey, structured games and stuff on the island. You can still go down to the beach. It just was cold when we did it. They also want to teach you about junk canoe in the Bahamas, which is a cultural celebration dance that they do. You get to make headdresses to wear during junk canoe. So those are the 2 main things that happen on Lookout. You don't have to participate in those, but those are the 2 main things that are on your itinerary in the app. Whereas Castaway is just like hanging out by the beach. If you want to go snorkeling, you can. Lookout's not really made for snorkeling. I know there's a coral reef around it, but it's not as set up for snorkeling. It's mostly like, hey, we're going to do stuff. Whereas Castaway's like, we're gonna lounge on the beach and have like a margarita,
That's more my
the cool
vibe.
thing. Yeah, the cool thing about Castaway is, well, they both have Serenity Bay, which is the adults only area, but Castaway, they just redid their dining area. for adults, and it's called Hangar 98. Now all the food is enclosed, and under in a hut, like in a house, like a, I don't know, it's enclosed. Whereas before when we went there, it wasn't enclosed. It was like it had like a roof over it, but it still was like outside. Now it's enclosed, and it's still under construction. They said that they are now currently doing construction on new cabanas because the Wish class has more concierge rooms, and like the perk of concierge is that you get first pick at a cabana. And they were running into an issue where, like, if you were on the Wish or the Treasure, like there may be there's more of a better chance that you're not going to get a cabana because they have too many concierge rooms on those ships. So they're working on building more cabanas, but they can only have one construction project going on at a time because of how many people can be on the island, because like people don't actually live on the island, so there's they can only have one construction project going on at one time. So once they're done with the cabanas, they'll go back to Hangar 98 because they are making the seating area more like how it is now on Lookout Key, where they're like raised and they're on cement and they're under shade. So.
And Lookout, you got to walk 5K just to get to the island from the ship, right?
Exactly.
Because
yes.
of the reef.
Yeah, because they couldn't, they can't build a docking bay up close to the island. So there is about a 10-mile walkway. I don't know if it's really 10 miles, but it's a long walkway to get to the island itself. Yes, but then there are trams to take you to the actual spot. But it's a walk.
Yeah,
it feels longer than the walk on Castaway. It does.
So, first time on the Fantasy, what was your favorite part of the ship?
I actually really like the tube area. It's the adults only area. It's got this British vibe to it that's really kind of cool. But also it's where all the fun stuff happens. It's where all the most of the trivia happened in the D Lounge, but we were in the tube for all the nighttime like magic shows and the comedy shows and the adult entertainment after dinner. But that was really cool that it was all in one spot. Like I said, like the adult areas are all, the lounges are all on the in the open on the Wish and the Treasure. They're all, and even on the Wonder and the Magic, lounges are out in the open. So it was very kind of cool to have a secluded, like adults only area.
Well, that's cool. So this was your fifth cruise?
It is our fourth cruise that we just completed. We have one more before we reach gold. You have to go on your fifth cruise and complete that cruise before you move up to the next tier. So we are looking to do that. We do have a placeholder. We're not sure which cruise it'll be though.
Well, that's grounds for you to able to rate the ships, I guess. So from 4 to 1, what's your rate
I
the
would
Disney cruise
okay. Each one holds a spot in my heart, but I think I'd have to rate the Magic 4, just because we went on the Wonder first.
There's no bad one, so I mean,
there's no bad one, but I think the Magic 4, then Wish 3, Fantasy 2, Wonder the first.
Cool. Just curious.
I mean, and we did get to go on the aqueduct, the water slide. That was fun.
Cool. anything else about the cruise that really stands out, or that you want to share? Or
What? Say it one more time.
I was just saying, was there anything else about the
If you go
cruise?
to Neverland Clubhouse, I have a couple of photos up there, but that's about it.
Oh, okay. And then and also, like, you guys got to hang out with Tori. So when you guys got back,
when we
so
got back, we got to go to Epcot. We hung out with Tori and Bethany, and we got to do the Lorcana event that they were doing there. They were doing a trading event and also a scavenger hunt. We got both of those. We bought you your trove, so we got the Stitch card too. And we also did the release of Winter Spell at Downtown Disney on Friday morning. And we got the promo card, the Goofy promo card, and a couple of packs. Epcot was great. We did go and see the animatronics on Frozen. They look 100 times better. They are amazing. We also did get to see Kissy Simmons and Mandy Gonzalez. Mandy Gonzalez played in Aida. Kissy Simmons is the longest running Nala on in Disney's The Lion King on Broadway. She killed it. She had me in tears. She sang Easy as Life from Aida, and she also sang Shadowland from Lion King, Nala song. And Mandy Gonzalez was right. Like, no one sings Shadowland better than Kissy. Like, it's amazing.
And I jokingly said when you told me about that, I'm like, oh, she started as young Nala, then grew to be grown-up Nala.
But she literally said it herself. She's like, I am the longest running Nala on Broadway. So that was really fun to get to see them. We did miss Susan Egan by one day. And also very jealous because my friend Sarah is there now and she got to see Susan Egan.
On her birthday.
On her birthday. Yeah. On Susan's birthday.
Yeah. Sarah's birthday is next month.
Yes.
So.
But yeah,
very
that was
cool.
a fun time. Yeah.
And then you were Super Trooper because you guys flew back Friday while I was driving, and me and you did Universal on Saturday. So you're still on East Coast time. So, and then we talked about that. But then Sunday you got us tickets to the Warner Brothers studio tour. We've talked about that for months, at least over around a year, but we finally were able to do that.
I was going to do it for our first anniversary, but then Disney had it on the same day that we were going to go. And I was like, well, only D23 members can go. And so we're going to do that instead.
Yeah. So I'll try to breeze through this. Feel free to cut in anytime. But I was aware of this studio tour, but I wasn't aware exactly what it was. And holy shit, this thing was amazing. So obviously Warner Brothers is the oldest studio, and just so close. It's funny because you kind of forget how many things Warner Brothers has done on TV and on the big screen. And you kind of like walk in, it's like, oh yeah, Bugs Bunny, and oh yeah, they do DC. But when you walk in that first lobby, it's like, okay, that's one of my favorite all-time movies. That's one of my favorite all-time movies. That's one of my favorite all-time movies. That's one of my favorite shows. I used to watch that as a kid. Oh my God, the Looney Tunes and all that stuff. And this is just the lobby. So this is really cool because there's tons of people in there. And so I was thinking tour, the first thing you think of is Universal, the big tram with 100-something people on there. And then they call your group and you get in there, you're looking around, there's like 8 or 10 people in here. But you get your little continental coffee and muffins, and you could take trail mix and sodas, and so that was pretty cool.
I do want to preface with like there are multiple different kinds of tours that you can take at Warner Brothers. We did the Studio Tour Plus, which comes with the Continental Breakfast. So not all of them come with the Continental Breakfast, but ours did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's very customizable because you do the regular tour minus the plus. There was one that looks like it focused on the classics, which that would be amazing because it's like, oh man, you got from Errol Flynn to, the Sinatra and Spielberg. I mean, you think Spielberg, you think Universal, but he did a lot of Warner Brothers too. I think The Color Purple, his first Oscar was Warner Brothers. They had a picture of that. Lord of the Rings because the New Line Cinema. I mean, Harry Potter, but I'll go on that later. But it's cool because they take you into the theater and you get a little history of Warner Brothers narrated by many of the current stars from movies and TV, which was very cool. Then they take you out and you get into not a big tour tram bus, but like a deluxe golf cart.
Yeah.
Which had like 4 to 5 rows, but 3 person per row, give or take.
Yeah.
Because and then you get the tour guide, and I saw some people talking, and they got the headset, so you got them amplified. Ours didn't need it, and so
he could talk loud, but also I think they use those headsets to kind of gauge where all the tour guides are going to be because different groups go out at the same time. So
yeah, oh yeah, they're driving around each other and bumping into each other almost. But so the cool thing about this is this tour is broken up in 3 sections, and the first section is basically going around the lot, the buildings, the facades, the jungle. And the cool thing is after he's talking and going over history and this is where they filmed the cabin and whatever movie, and it was in The Conjuring, and then it was in this, and then it was also the paintball where they did Big Bang Theory. Then this was Merlotte's place in True Blood, and it's the same building. It's like holy crap.
Yeah.
And then the jungle and the first thing I'm thinking of on the lot is Pee-wee's Big Adventure. If you know the climax of that movie, it's all over the lot, and it literally was all over the lot. But it's funny because he's kind of giving the history and talking about different movies and different things. And anybody have any questions? And I swear to God, I think I raised my hand every time he asked because I was like in my element. It's
good to ask questions because then sometimes you have people on these tours that like don't say anything, so then they have to fill in the time, but like they want you to ask questions. That's why it's so small of the groups, so that people can ask questions and that you can go places that like you can't go in a big group. Because like we got to go into some of the houses that they use for practical sets, like and you can't fit like a whole lot of people in those. Yeah. So it's really cool. They kind of want to cater it to your favorite, so they always ask like what you're a fan of and whatnot, but like it has to be like obviously something that's filmed on the lot, but like a lot of things are filmed on the lot even if they're not Warner Brothers properties. They share lots, like even like Warner Brothers will go to Universal and use theirs, so like a lot of things have been and Disney uses everybody's lot because they don't have a lot anymore. They don't have a back lot. They only have sound stages. So they use everybody else's. But that's the great thing about having an open studio lot, like an open lot policy. And we also got to go in the prop house.
And I'm still on the I'm not going to talk too much of every section. But one thing I thought was cool is like one of your favorite shows, Gilmore Girls, was heavily all over the lot, the house, the street, and all that stuff. But to find out that was also Hazard County and Dukes of Hazzards, I was like, oh my God, I watched that. Then our tour guide mentioned that, his favorite movies like Gremlins. So a lot of Gremlins was filmed there, and even the house with the grumpy old neighbor with a little mechanical thing going up the wall. And so that was one of my questions too, because one thing I never thought of when you think of Gremlins, you think of Universal Studios because the little town hall of Gremlins is the same as Back to the Future, and you can clearly see it's just covered. and it's just covered in snow. So when we talk about Gremlins, I'm like, wow, then that was my question: is how often do movies film on separate, Warner Brothers? And he's like, more often than you think. So I thought that was really cool. And he mentioned a lot of people think studios are in competition. Not that much as you think, especially with the ones, Universal, Warner Brothers, and Disney Animation and stuff, and sound stuff still being so close. And so we saw the sound stages. And before we got to the prop house, because Courtney was dressed all Hufflepuff, and then there's another lady that was dressed Gryffindor. So it's funny because we're headed to the prop house, either headed there or headed back from there. And he's like, for our Harry Potter fans, I'll show you what one of the few things we have on this part of the tour that's Harry Potter. And he turns the corner and you see Hogwarts up the hill at Universal. He's like, that's all we got, but it still counts. You're on our tour and stuff.
But it's like a straight shot. Like on a clear day, you can see the backside of the castle from Universal, from Warner Brothers. It's kind of really cool.
Yeah, and from the landing, before you go down the escalator at Universal, if you look down, you can see like the water tower and the sound stages too. But you brought up the prop house.
They're all really close to each other, honestly.
Yeah. So, was there any favorites from the prop department or?
I just like walking through the prop house. It's always really cool to see all the different props and where they're used. They can be used in anything. I kind of really liked the West Wing setup that they had. Like they have their own Resolute desk for the presidential seals and podiums, because that's where they shot West Wing. Like they have that all, and now they can use it on anything that needs a president, or even Independence Day, anything that has a presidential figure in there, they can use that set basically,
Yeah, and I asked
also
the National
all
Treasure.
the
He's like, no,
Casablanca stuff. Oh wait, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh no, I asked him too because he mentioned the Resolute desk and
and
I'm like, and that was a big part of the National Treasure too. But he's like, no, they had their own.
Yeah, it's not that Resolute desk. It's the one that was used in West Wing. But they have a bunch of stuff that they recovered from Casablanca that they don't rent out anymore. They don't let anybody else use it. They try to not have something that's like completely like recognizable, because then it's more pliable and they can use it in other things. But sometimes things just get really old and also fragile and also really recognizable that they just stop using them. So they have a lot of stuff from Casablanca in there.
And they don't have as much stuff as they'd hope, because one thing we know as Disney fans and following and loving Dave Smith, back in the day when they were done with a movie or a show or something, they just tossed everything away. So a lot of stuff got lost through that. So they started, what do you say, since the 90s? It was when they were really
basically early 90s, which tracks with when Dave Smith started the archives, honestly. I think his was late 80s, early 90s as well.
Yeah.
So, because honestly, I think Dave Smith is credited with even starting the very first archives, which was at Disney. And then everybody started following suit. So, they don't have anything from their like real early days because nobody wrote anything down. Nobody cataloged anything. Nobody saved anything. So we don't have a whole lot of old Hollywood history.
And there's no memorabilia back then because it wasn't a thing, because they were new.
Yeah.
So
they were new. Nobody knew what they were going to do and how well it would be and how long they would last. So they just didn't save anything.
Well, they had a bunch of pieces, and they said they also auctioned off things. Like they auctioned off like a Maltese Falcon.
Yeah.
From the original movie, and for like what, 8-something million?
Yeah, 8 million or something, or even more than that. I think maybe 13.8 million or something like that. It was a lot.
It was a lot. But this was just it looked like a hoarder's place, but the way it was organized was cool. This was my favorite piece. So this is a jukebox. If you watch it on YouTube, you see this photograph, and it's actually Elvis standing at this jukebox, which is super cool. I'm a huge Elvis fan, the king of rock and roll. But one thing we found out that the same jukebox, or the one next to it, is also part of another movie with another king, the king of pop. The new Michael movie coming out, was used. One of these was used in that. So I quickly took a picture because I thought that was awesome. And
yes,
like I said, always a big fan of the king of rock and roll and the king of pop. So
absolutely.
But then we went in one of the sound stages, the Big Bang Theory stage, and we're in different orders here, but
it's
so
okay.
There's certain stages they name, and so we went into the Big Bang Theory stage, which, one of my favorite all-time shows. Still watch the syndicated versions daily.
We watch daily.
Yeah, so that was really cool. And but they had everything set up for Georgie and Mandy.
Yeah, Georgie and Mandy, their first year of marriage. It's a spin-off of Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon. But so it was all decked out in because they were still filming. They're still filming the next season. So they just weren't filming that weekend, and also it was a holiday weekend with Valentine's Day and President's Day, so it was probably a long weekend for them. But it was all still set dressed for that show.
Yeah, and if you're watching on YouTube, you see the photo. That was our tour guide. I wish I remembered his name, but he was great. But
Tyler.
You see
his name was Tyler.
Tyler. Thank you.
Yeah.
But you got the Big Bang Theory stage plaque that a lot of stages are named. But there's other plaque that says Stage 25. It has a list of movies and TV shows that were all filmed inside that stage. So very cool on that part. Then, so like I said, we drive around and we're going all over the sets. There's so much to talk about that it was cool though. I mean, we saw the original Gotham City City Hall.
Yeah, the City Hall. Yeah.
And stuff. And from afar, we saw the Friends statue. I'll get more to that in a few minutes here. But they take you to the second part of this. They drop you off. I forget what this area is called, but it's basically like the Friends. Oh, this is where they have the costumes.
It's called Stage 48 from script to from script to screen. So Stage 48 from script to screen. So what it is when you first go in there, they have a Central Park cafe. And if you do the Studio Tour Plus, it does come with a complimentary lunch. You get an entree, a drink, and a side. And you order it right there at Central Park. And they've tricked out this whole entire area to be Central Park, and then different areas of Friends, and also a store. So you're actually eating inside the store basically, because they have different places where you can sit down. They actually have Joey and Chandler's recliners you can sit in. They have Monica's kitchen. They have I think they have a central park area as well outside. But just different areas that you can sit and eat, because it is a very small space right there by the counter. But they've made it so that you can sit and eat in these locations and still feel like you're in the show. They also have a living room set up, like Monica's and Rachel's living room, with a TV that plays different clips from the show. But also it's a store. It's a Friends centric store that you can buy all the Friends merchandise that you want. But on the other side is where you go. Oh, yes.
Quick hack that we found out positively: if you stop here, get lunch first.
Yes.
So we both got. They had your choice of cold sandwiches or hot sandwiches, and we both chose. It was cold this day. It was chilly, so we both chose a hot sandwich. We both got the Cuban, which was delicious. And we sat down, took our time, ate it, and then went through the movie prop costume or the costume area. But when we came out after about an hour and a half ish, give or take, maybe longer, the Cuban was gone and another hot sandwich was gone. So Don't
If you
go
want the
straight to
Cuban,
the
get it first.
yeah. If you want a hot
Yeah.
sandwich, yeah, they had like 6 options, and I think 3 of them were sold out by the time we
Yeah.
well, we ate first because we were hungry, even with the continental.
I was
breakfast, so,
starving.
yeah. So and now you could go. Sorry, I just wanted to
So
mention that little.
right. Of course. And then we went on the other side, and then this is where you'll get to see costumes, the classic costumes from like My Fair Lady, gangster movies. They had a whole Sinners display.
Right at the
You also get
entrance.
right at the entrance because Sinners is really big right now. They have a Crazy Rich Asian. They are celebrating the 30th anniversary of Looney Tunes or the Space Jam. That's what it's called. They are the 30th anniversary of Space Jam. So they had LeBron James is from Space Jam 2 costume, and they also had Michael Jordan's original. They are also celebrating Selena.
We don't care about the LeBron Space Jam.
Just the Michael Jordan one. This one also will show you a bunch of stuff from the animation wing of Warner Brothers with Looney Tunes, Batman the Animated Series, Iron Giant is right there. But it has a lot of costumes and props from these top performing Warner Brother movies, and Sinners being the most recent. Then it'll go.
I thought I got more pictures of Sinners, but I was taking video. But they had the prosthetics of like the vampire bites and a lot of cool. I know you got some pictures too, but
I
did
get some pictures, but yeah.
So
my favorites is the My Fair Lady costumes that were in there. They had like Laurence Olivier, like Olivia, like all of those Errol Flynn costumes from all the old like silent movies. This is where you get to take a picture on the Friends couch and the Big Bang Theory couch. So this is where they're going to take your pictures, and they're going to sell you pictures, but they really are good, and they come out really well. They show you how basically movie magic is made in here, in the side of it. So they do a Friends picture where you're in the cafe, you're in Central Park. They do Big Bang Theory where you're in Leonard and Sheldon's apartment on the couch. They also have other ones set up so that you're in the hallway, and you can knock on the doors and stuff. So
yeah, everything's out of order. That's
why they also have the Lord of the Rings where you have the forced perspective of someone close to the camera, and they look big like a giant, and then somebody small like a hobbit. So they have that one. Yeah.
This is supposed to be where Gandalf is talking to Bilbo or Frodo.
Right.
The first thing I said here was hobbit. I love big women.
But if you go to the next one, you're big.
Yes. And I love little hobbit women.
That's so cute. It's a really cool optical illusion. We also got to fly on a broom and also ride the bat cycle. There's us in the hallway. There's the gangster movies.
We did the voiceover on what'd you do? You did Harry Potter and I did
Harry Potter and you did the Matrix. Yeah. So it replaces it with your voice. So you just kind of go through and learn how Foley works, and green screens and motion capture is basically what's in this area.
Knocking on Penny's door.
Yeah, he knocked up Betty's door. And then
school's out.
What?
I heard a bell. I'm like, school's out.
Oh, that was on TV in the living room. Sorry. Yeah, and you got to ride the bat cycle, which is all green screen. It's all good. And I got to ride a Harry Potter broom. And after this one, you get back on a golf cart, and they take you to here for our YouTube watchers. You're gonna see a little video of probably me on a broomstick.
They got the photographer directing
casting spells.
Yeah, and look surprised and flip up water and don't run
Yeah.
into the bus. So
It's fun. They tell you what to do. It's kind of really fun. And then once you're done here, you can take as long as you want in this area. Then they take you back on the golf cart and you go to the friend's couch and you can have a picture in front of the fountain. Like they do at the opening of every episode of Friends.
and this is the actual fountain that we found out, not just a prop fountain that they brought in for the studio tour. But he said it was also in a lot of shows and movies before Friends, including one of Courtney's all-time favorite movies.
It's in Hocus Pocus. Yes.
And little movie magic, that couch, if you're watching it on YouTube and seeing the photo, was not that comfortable because it was plastic. So if
It's
you sat
hard.
down too quick, it would have hurt.
It would hurt. Yeah. Mhm.
But it's funny because
And-
you get out of the golf cart, take your picture, then get back in line for another golf cart coming back. So
They don't wait for you. Yeah, the golf cart doesn't wait for you. So you take your picture and then you get back in line and then you take the next golf cart back to the beginning of the studio tour. But this time they drop you off at another location. And this is the brand new part where they have an entire area dedicated to the DC universe and also the Harry Potter universe and also the Academy Award winners. So we walked in and
I
right
missed
now
the 2 before.
Oh, okay. But they have old costumes and the Gate from Arkham and the Batman. So they have Victor Freeze's costume and the Joker right there behind us. And they have Wonder Woman's costume.
So that was actual Schwarzenegger's costume. This was actually Heath Ledger's costume. They're not replicas. I mean, it says as worn by, the actors.
These are the actual ones, so that's what makes it really cool. That was probably the actual Wonder Woman costume. Right now they have a big display of the Superman from the new Superman. They do have the Riddler costume from the new Batman. And Cobblepot's. I don't know if that's the one Danny DeVito wore or if that's the one.
No, this is from the show.
Oh, from the show? Okay.
Yeah, or the movie, but it's definitely the Colin Farrell.
Okay, Colin Farrell. Because I mean, it is on that side. They kind of keep things together. So
now I'm wondering if you're watching, if you're not watching on YouTube, check it out. We're showing a lot of pictures, but I don't know if this is a replica or one of the actual. No, it's not. Never mind. I thought this was the Action Comics Superman #1, which is like worth about $15 million. But
yeah, no, they wouldn't have that. It's got to be a replica.
It's no. It's in the Smithsonian. It might be at the George Lucas or the museum, but because that one's actually Action Comics, not Superman.
Oh, okay.
Got it. This is one of my favorites, the Batman row from all the Batman movies.
All of the Batman costumes from the ages.
So you got from Keaton to Pattinson, and everyone in between. So no Adam West, Man of Steel.
Nope, they don't really have anything from Adam West in there.
No, the different Superman capes.
Mm-hmm.
The new Superman, his desk. So it had the Daily Planet screensaver, the Lois photo, and crypto photo, which I thought was really cool.
Cute. I love that.
Yeah. Aquaman's costume from the first Aquaman, I believe.
Yeah.
Of course.
The bat signal actually worked, so you could turn it on and off.
Oh, I'll go back to some of these real quick because I'm all out of order. The best Batmobile ever, the 89 Burton Batmobile.
89 Batmobile was there.
So the bat signal, that's the reflection from it. So
yeah, and people were turning it on and off. We were like, where did it go?
We just want a picture. And one thing before we go to the Harry Potter stuff, because I don't want to scan too far, but this one was really cool too, was the pardon our pixie dust. Oh yeah, so they had the different Batmans, but they also had the cowls, all together
Right.
too.
Yeah, they had all the different Batman cowls.
So the one on the top, it looks the same as the one on the bottom, but for the super nerds that didn't notice, the one on the top is the Keaton one because you could tell by the Batman crest, and then the one on the bottom was the first one Val Kilmer wore before he got his updated suit towards the end of the movie.
Oh, interesting.
It was more of a circle. Yeah. So someone's like, "Oh, there's two Keatons," and I'm like, "One's the Val Kilmer one from the beginning, not the other one." So,
have fun.
Yeah. But they had some cool photo ops. Oh, this is a video of all the letters from Hogwarts.
Yes.
I was going to do a proper video.
They have a really nice Harry Potter exhibit that goes through a lot of the first movie and some of Fantastic Beasts. Yeah, so you can go in the cupboard under the stairs, photo up, and you can go in and see how Harry's room was decorated in under the stairs. And then
this was a great photo because there's little kids trying to run in there as I'm trying to take your picture. So
yeah, so you did a good job cropping them out.
Yeah.
This one's cool because it's like a illusion thing and it has all the letters flying around you. It's really cool. I like the in-depth one on that.
Oh, yeah.
And then they had a potions class, and then you could also get sorted by the sorting hat. And then what the Fantastic
What
Beasts-
house did you get sorted in?
Hufflepuff, Naturalmont.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. I think it might be a little rigged since, I was dressed that way.
Your head the sorting hat can't see. So try me on, and I will tell you where you ought to be. Just and loyal. True. Yes, clearly. Hufflepuff.
Thank God.
I know, right? But what house did you get sorted into?
It was a mistake. So I was wearing a blue polo shirt with light blue trim.
Yeah.
So they gave me Ravenclaw when I'm clearly a Gryffindor. So I didn't want to show. I didn't show the video. But I was like, "You sure about that?" I guess, yeah.
You were dressed for it.
But everything in the Harry Potter part was very interactive, which was cool. Got the little. I always forget what they're called, but
Put it away! Put it away!
the little roots.
The battle sequence in Harry Potter and the Order of the
And so this guy, you get a wand, and he's showing you the actual fighting. He's the wand choreographer from the movies, or at least the later movies, I think.
I think so. Like with the dueling wands and stuff like that. Like from probably the 5th movie because they did a lot of that.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. I mean, you're kind of watching the video and looking in the mirror and stuff. Because I mean, it is, if you watch the movies, it is not just throwing the wand out, because each motion is a defense or an attack or a certain spell based on the movement. So
yeah,
that's super cool.
Mm-hmm. And I think in the award-winning ones, like this was the Fantastic Beasts. You got to take a picture inside Newt Scamander's suitcase, like you were coming out of the Fantastic Beasts area.
And this was cool because they actually had a little podium where you could set your phone up to do a self-timer, but if nobody's around, but somebody actually held the phone for us. So that was very nice. So
yeah.
Thank you, nice lady.
Yes. And then I think we were a little late in the day because we took our time on this.
I'm back.
And I think we were a little late because the last time I did it, when we went in the award section, we got to hold a Oscar and statue, and nobody was there with an Oscar this time.
Oh,
So
no.
we didn't get to do that. But they do have some props in there, like the ER badges and of all the staff that work there. And they had Michelle's honeybee costume from Full House. They had
Sorry, the best prop right here was the napkin Leonard Nimoy signed for Sheldon.
Yes, they finally put the Leonard Nimoy napkin on display. So from Big
They
Bang
cloned
Theory.
my own Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, they kept that. So, I mean, there's lots of other stuff to see in on this tour. There's an even longer one where you get more time with the guide. It is significantly more expensive, but it's very worth it if you like movies and movie magic and behind the scenes stuff.
So, yeah, this tour, I mean, thank you for getting it.
Oh, of course.
We weren't even in it about an hour. I'm like, I want to take my parents on this tour. More people got to do this tour, and it pissed me off even more about the whole sale of Warner Brothers. So
I know
that's a whole different show.
Yes.
So if you ever get the chance, definitely got to do the Warner Brothers studio tour and pick your tier. I mean, it's basically customizable to whatever you like. And with me and both of us being big movie nerds and TV nerds, I mean, the one you got was just ideal. So
yeah.
Very cool.
And you don't have to spend as much time as we did. Those portions are go at your own pace. So if you want to take less time, go right ahead. If you want to take more time, we actually did every photo op that we could. We did every interactive thing that we could in the DC Harry Potter area. So it is basically just like what you want to get out of it. The only thing that you're at the mercy of is with the tour guide.
Yeah, which I thought ours was great too. So
yeah.
But no, that was awesome. Can't wait to do it again. We will be back next week with hopefully some more. Well, definitely not hopefully some more park topics and some fun stuff. So and maybe a recap of Ducks Day. With Courtney and Kelly. So and Kelly's I should have mentioned this earlier, but she's been under the weather. Courtney got sick right off the ship, and Kelly kind of.
I was still on the ship when I got. I was still on the ship when I got sick. I got a little cold, and then it hit her, so she's sick right now.
Yeah, so hope she gets better, and we will see you guys next week at the parks. I know that I said that a little bit different, but oh well. And I do not want to hit the intro again.
Hit the outro.
Outro. So everybody have a good night.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
That's all, folks.